In the last video, I mentioned we are going to figure out how to design for WoW to really exceed a humdrum user's needs. In this video, we're going to break down the process and find out if indeed we can do that with what's available in the market now. So grab that popcorn, let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of UXpreneur. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through the service design blueprint for our project, Humdrum. Here, I'm showing you the service design blueprint for Humdrum. We've done the smoke test and talked about the crowdfunding, and now we're at this Wizard of Oz moment where we're sort of faking supposedly automatic features. We're really doing them manually on the back end. How do I do it manually? Well, this is how. Here's an overview. We had the ad campaign that built awareness, the landing page that people landed on from that ad campaign, the sign up which acquired 5 signups, the email that notified them in which 1 out of the 5 actually clicked through and recorded audio. That audio comes down here to SpeakPipe. That's what we had to use because we didn't build it ourselves. And so I'm going to take this audio today in this video from SpeakPipe to VoiceMaker, then to TuneBat, down to Dope Loop, then to Beepbox, and then to V.io. And I'm also going to go from TuneBat to Chord and get a beat and bring that to V.io and email the user. And that's when we'll notify them and see the reaction. It took about 4 days for this process. You can see just how much manual back end behind the scenes has to go on in the making of a Humdrum. And it doesn't have to. That's exactly when I sent this email. And in the future, we could actually have a virtual assistant do all this manual stuff in the back end. So it is truly Wizard of Oz. So let's dive in. Here we have the recordings. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click download this anonymous recording. I'm going to show in Finder and I'm going to play it.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
I guess you wonder where I've been. So I'm going to call it Where I've Been. I'm going to give it today's date, 09/29/2022. In this video, that is the audio track that we are going to be humdrumming. Now, I also found out that on google.com, we can actually upload that through this.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let it go.
Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love. Let's listen to that track.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I said,
wow. Okay, so interesting. We cross-referenced her Humdrum and found out that it's actually Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love. The lyrics anyway. So that's interesting that Google has that feature. Now that I have this audio track, I'm going to actually tweak it slightly. So I'm going to come in here to vocalremover.org and actually not remove the vocals, but change the pitch. So here it is. Let's push play.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Now it says we're in C minor, 117 beats per minute. I can actually move this up just a little bit right before it goes to D flat by staying in that 0.49 threshold, and we just bring her pitch up just a wee bit but stay in C minor.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Now that's interesting, so I'm going to save that as an MP3. Here it is. The next thing I do was actually go to TuneBat because I found that their Finder is better. See, it's showing B major with 87 beats per minute. And if I upgrade to Pro, I get to see if the energy level, the danceability, and the happiness, which are reflective of Humdrum's mission to soothe general anxiety disorder. The technology exists for that. We'll have to find that out in the future. But for now, we have 87 beats in B major. So I'm not really sure if it's C minor 117 or B major 87. We'll have to figure that out as we go. So now that I have corrected this pitch just by 0.5 or so, I'm going to go over to this called VoiceMaker or voicechanger.io, and I'm going to upload that pitch correction. Now this is fun because we can add chorus and we can add the compressor here. And so it gives us this sound.
Within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let it go.
So I think that's pretty good for having compressor and chorus. So what I'm going to do is just download that. And it's written as output8.wave. So I actually want to change that name, and I'm going to change it to VoiceMaker, Where I've Been. So now that I have that, let's go back and cross-reference. TuneBat has B major, 87 beats per minute. So I'm going to do that. that. I'm going to say B, and I'm going to use major pentatonic, B major, 87 beats per minute. So I'm going to go to 87 beats per minute. And I'm going to use bell because I just like the sound, like 16. And then I'm going to click generate. So now I have a random melody. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. And then I'm going to upload that into Beatbox. Now it only accepts MIDI files like this. I have to go ahead and change it to B. And instead of celestial, I'm going to use the bass synth and play that. Okay, now I can actually export that and I can change the name. We're gonna say where I've been Beatbox. So now we have that as well. Now, yesterday I found Veed and I thought this was really great. So I'm gonna create a new project. It's great because it's just easy to use. I can go grab those files. We're gonna get that Beatbox. Here it is. So we have that playing. We also are going to go add media and we want the voice maker. Now it adds it at the end. I'm going to bring it down here. And now I'm going to just duplicate this just so we have the full song. And now I'll play it again.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Looks like I have some extra noise on the front. I'm going to trim off.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within.
So we have that now. We're not done. There's one more that's called chord. Now this had the beat to it and I thought this was really fantastic. So here we're going to open up these settings. We're going to be in the B major instrument settings. Synth, I'm going to keep it at the synth level is going to be 85 with the drums. All right, we're going to be on a B major at 87 beats per minute. And now I'm going to generate, which will give us randoms for these two. All right, I'm just going to download that one. Here's progression 9. I'm going to change its name so we know it. Where I've been beat from chord. And now we're going to go to Veed and we're going to add that. Now it adds it at the end, but we're going to actually take it and put it underneath. And now let's hear what it says.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within.
And I'm going to trim her here. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Copy, paste. Beatbox one more time. And we're going to do the beat from chord. Okay, so now it's twice.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within.
Seems like we're off just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the beatbox part for last, and I'm going to remove it off the front.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within.
And I have this space here. So it feels like I actually want to overlap them together. So that means they need to be on a separate track like that. I'm just going to overlap just ever so slightly here. Catch them up together. I'm going to have those be merged together. Okay, let's see what happens now. At this transition.
For you, and I can't let it go. I guess you wonder where I've been.
Now there is this thing called circle of fifths, which help for our melodic leaps in transitions. I feel like we're missing that right now. So it makes me think that I need to look up that circle of fifths. And yesterday I found this online interactive chart and we were in B. Now they don't have the mode here in major, so I'll leave it as Ionian, I don't know. Let's see, here's B and the dominant is F sharp. So what I'm gonna do is come over here and I'm gonna change this to F sharp. And we're going to say F sharp. Okay, so now that'll help us with a subtle transition, maybe spice things up a little bit. So I'm going to keep one of these that's in B and I'm going to put it right here. So it's like halfway. And next is I'm going to add that media. Go get it. F sharp, and that's going to be a transition. So we're going from B to F sharp. Let's see what that does.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know.
The timing on that is just a little off. So that was the original one anyway. Let's go here and play again.
Can't let it go. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know.
I'm just going to remove the beatbox thing. I don't think it needs it. I think chord, and this is pretty tight.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Let me go back to chord. I'll change that to F sharp, and we're going to generate again. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to download that. It's going to be like progression 9. Yep, okay, show. So I'm just trying to change the name to where I've been, chord, and now we are in F sharp. And I'm going to delete that one. We're going to add the F sharp. So now I have the B to F sharp. So we have the transition. All right, let's hear it.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let it go. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let it go.
Now, I think that it's perhaps not in the major because it sounds like too happy compared to her. I think that we might want to try minor. So I would come in here and change it from major to minor. I'm going to go back to B. Generate. Ooh, much different feel, a little more serious. Now let's go add that to V. This one's gonna be chord, E minor. Cool, let's just drag it here. Boom. So now I'm going from B to F sharp to B minor, and I'm going to remove this first one, replace that. So let's start with it, and then we'll do the transition in a little bit here.
You wonder where I've been. I searched to find.
Okay, I'm gonna fade those
I came back to let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let it go. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find a love within. I came back to let you know, got a thing for you.
So now that I've mixed this together manually, I'm gonna go export it. It's only 23 seconds, which is under our 30-second mark. So let's go ahead and export. I'm gonna download it as an MP3, and they're preparing it. Now that I've downloaded it, I'll take this and I will email it back to the user to see what their reaction is. All right, gang, I hope you enjoyed that video on making a humdrum. In the next video, let's see if our user will truly be wowed if they share their reaction. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the like button if you like this video. Click the bell notification to be notified about the next one, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.